Hey community group leaders, I wanted to send you a quick video that will tell you a lot about what's going to happen this fall here at Lake Forest. A lot of things happening with the launch of the Davidson campus, but I also want to tell you about some things we're doing with our community groups that is important for you to know. But first, I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for the way that you shepherd and care for people here at Lake Forest. It continues to be, and we want it to continue to be, the primary place that we help people to grow in their faith, but also to be cared for here. So to do that, I want to tell you about the ways that we're going to make more community groups and better groups and better training for our leaders. Let me start with telling you about the more. I want to tell you about an idea that I have of how we're going to launch new groups starting in the fall. We're going to ask in our Welcome 101 class, everyone who finishes that class to commit to 3 months of being a part of a launch group. We're also going to invite those ministry partners who are not already in a community group to be a part of one of our launch groups. A launch group will meet for 3 months. It's a commitment to be together for 3 months, which is 6 meetings, meeting every other week. The group will stay together and it'll be led by a launcher. I have people already lined up, and I'm sending you this video to hopefully identify some others who will be great launchers, people who will commit to being a part of leading these groups for 3 months. Here are the goals of a launcher. A launcher will have 5 goals during this time. First goal is to help the group to understand and to learn what does it mean to be a part of a community. The second goal is to help the group to learn what does it mean for us to grow as a community, to study Scripture together. The third goal of the launcher will be to help the group to understand what does it mean for us to care for each other, to really pray for each other, to love each other, to be a part of one another's lives. The fourth goal of the launcher is helping the group to understand that the group can make an impact into our neighborhoods, into the lives of our neighbors, into the lives of those we work with. And so those are the things that the launcher will really drive to help the group to learn during those 6 meetings. The fifth goal the launcher will have will be to identify someone in that group or a couple in that group who will take over the leadership of that group after that 3 months beginning period. So what will happen is the launcher will lead for those 6 weeks, those 3 months, and then hand off leadership of that group to someone in it. They will then continue relationship with that leader by phone calls, by coffee. They won't attend the group anymore, but they'll encourage that new leader. So I'm excited about doing this. Here's how your group can be a part of it. One is I'd love to hear from you if there are people in your group who you think would really have the gift of pulling some folks together and would be great at helping launch some groups. They can still be a part of your community group, but they would just use their gifts in launching. The other part is an idea of your group launching 2 to 3 community groups. What would be cool about this is your group can work together to launching groups. Here's how it would work. Say that you meet as a group on Wednesday nights. You meet the first and third Wednesday night of a month, or you meet every other Wednesday night. You would continue to meet as a group to encourage and to pray and to build each other up. But then on the alternate Wednesday nights, the ones that you don't meet, you will, as a group, launch 2 to 3 new groups. What will happen is there may be 2 or 3 folks in your group who are really good at being able to go and launch and do exactly what I just explained. There may be some folks in your group who aren't, but would enjoy going with one of these other couples and to just encourage them. They may even do the child care for this group for the first 3 months just so this group can get going. So imagine after 3 months your group meets every other week together, and on the alternate weeks they've launched 2 to 3 groups, and you celebrate that at the end of knowing that you've created space for others here at Lake Forest to be in community. I hope that that might spur for your group a new way of impacting this area, and I hope that some of you will take advantage of that. So that's the more. Let me tell you about the better. One of the betters is just better training for group leaders who are starting off. Doing this launching, they're going to have hands-on training by experienced leaders, by experienced launchers, and so they will have training. They will be identified by these leaders, but then they will have ongoing for the next 3 months just one-on-one training by these leaders themselves. So we're giving better training for our new groups that are starting. The second way that we're going to get better is we're going to encourage all of our community groups, the new ones that are starting, your groups, all of our community groups, to do sermon-based studies. What that means is that we will continue to write questions for all of our sermons, and we're going to dig even deeper into the scriptures and other scriptures that might not even be used during the sermon, but to help the group to study and to talk about what they've just heard on a Sunday. We're not going to mandate this for every group, but we're going to strongly encourage it for all of our groups to do it. That does a few things. One, as a whole church, we're studying the same things. We're also not just hearing about a sermon on Sunday, we're digging into it during the week. We're applying it a whole lot more. The other thing that it'll do as we launch Davison is it helps us to be one church in two campuses. The Davison campus and the Huntersville campus will both preach the same topic. They'll talk about the same things on Sunday morning. It'll be done by a different pastor in their style, in their words, but it'll be the same topic. Then what happens is all of the groups across Lake Forest will study that sermon over the next week. The great thing that will happen with that is it allows us to not have to separate if you go to Davison or if you go to Huntersville and what community group you have to be in. You may be in a community group that some of the people go to the Davison campus and some go to the Huntersville campus. So we're not going to fight over, well, I've got to be at Davison or I've got to be in Huntersville. It helps us to be one church but in two locations. So that's another better. A third better is we will begin to send to all of our leaders, community group leaders, children, students, all the leaders across the board. Starting in September, we will start to send 1-minute video or audio clips just to train you. You will receive a video every week. It could be an audio, it could be a video from me, from Greg, from Cammie, from anybody in our leadership. That just a leadership tidbit just to encourage you every week as you continue to shepherd and care for others. We hope it'll help you to get to know us more, hope to give you better training, and that we'll be on the same page together. Another thing that we're going to be doing to help you get better is I hope that you'll take advantage of the Gordon Conwell classes that we're offering right here at Lake Forest. I'm excited about this opportunity for you. It's a great opportunity to educate you a lot more. You'll dig deep into the scriptures, and I think it'll help you to feel a lot more confident as well as a leader of others in their growth. So I hope that you will take advantage of this. We have heavily subsidized this so that you, the leaders of Lake Forest, can take advantage of it. The last thing that I want to tell you that we're doing to make things better is we're now about to hire a full-time community groups person. This will be a person who will do nothing but focus on helping our community groups to continue to grow and to get better. Over these years, I've had to do that while juggling other responsibilities. We want to give the gift to our primary way that we're caring for the people in this church by investing someone full-time in this. So would you pray for that right person to be raised up and for God to give us that right person to be in that position? Finally, let me ask you that if there's somebody in your community group that would be a great launcher, or if your community group would like to be a launcher, will you let me know that as soon as possible by emailing me? I'd like to contact them, and I'd like to invite the community group, those who want to launch, to a training meeting that we'll be doing on Tuesday night, August the 23rd. It'll be a place where we will unpack what does it mean to train a group in these 5 goals. I'm excited about this with you guys. Looking forward to the fall. Please email me, call me if I can do anything for you.